I'm recording this by a window so I can get a lot of natural light on my face. I've been thinking about light a lot lately and the fact that Jesus said that he was the light of the world. Let's talk about that in your morning cup of inspiration. Every morning I have a ritual where I go around and I open the blinds up. And as I do it downstairs in the living room, as each blind opens up, there's more and more light. And suddenly I can see everything in the room clearly. And it's just a powerful metaphor for what Christ does in our life. In fact, C.S. Lewis, the great author, wrote once, he said, "I believe in Christianity as I believe the sun has risen, not only because I see it, but because by it I see everything else." And C.S. Lewis, he started out, he was an atheist, but then he turned into this great defender of the Christian faith. And I was reading about Einstein. In 1908, he came up with his quantum theory of light, in which he discovered that light operates at a constant speed despite time and space, whether it's going through a vacuum or in the atmosphere of another planet. And he came up with the fact that light travels at 186,000 miles per second. That translates into over 11 million miles in a minute. And often, we see light from stars, and to realize that light left those planets many, many years ago shows you the vastness of the universe and the vastness of God's creation. But he says he's the light of the world. In fact, in John 8:12, I think it's interesting that Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." When you find Christ, just like C.S. Lewis said, everything in life then makes sense. It all works together. He gives you a hope and a meaning to your life, knowing he created you with a person, and he created you with a plan, for you as a person. And he also talks about how he lights our way. Similar to what C.S. Lewis wrote, the psalmist writes in Psalm 119, 105, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." So Jesus lights up our path, our way. He allows us to see things the way they're meant to be seen, and it just all makes sense. Again, as C.S. Lewis says, he believes that the sun has risen, not only because he can see the sun, but by it, he sees everything else so clearly. And that's the way it is with our Christian faith with Christ. He is the light of the world. Isn't that something? I hope that blesses you today, and I'll talk to you soon for another morning cup of inspiration.